I see. Then how can I tell that the person next to me had just suffered from a seizure? I mean, are there any particular signs, any particular symptoms that I can exactly tell that the person next to me is suffering from an epilepsy attack and it's not something completely different? Well, that is a bit of a tricky question, because there are many types of seizures and each one of them comes with its particular set of symptoms. Usually when talking about epilepsy, most people would think of grand mal, of a tonic-clonic type, where a person's body suddenly goes stiff, they fall onto the floor, they have those strange jerking moves of their limbs, they even can lose their bladder control or have breathing problems. Yes, and these ones are actually quite long seizures. They can last up to several minutes, but for most seizures they do not go longer than a few seconds, and you may not even be able to tell that the person next to you just suffered a seizure. I mean, for example, there is the petit mal type, the absences, where a person suddenly loses their awareness of the other world and they suddenly appear to just stare blankly, like they are daydreaming or something like that, and it can only last 15 seconds, so you may not actually be able to tell. You'd probably think they are thinking about something, I don't know. Or there is the myoclonic type, which results in a sudden random twitching and jerking of limbs right after the person woke up, and that one only lasts like a fraction of a second. The person is still conscious. You probably wouldn't be able to tell they just had a seizure. And same for, well, a little bit more dramatic type, the autotonic type of seizures, when a person's muscles suddenly relax and they drop down on the floor, but they do not lose their consciousness, so they may be able to sit up by themselves right away, and you'd probably just think they fall or something like that. You'd probably not even guess they had a seizure. Yet, if you'd like me to sum up a few common symptoms, it would be this staring blankly into the space, random, checking moves or twitching of the limbs, even breathing problems or stiffing of the body, or even someone losing their bladder or bowel control, and ultimately falling suddenly for no apparent reason, especially when it's associated with the loss of consciousness. Yeah, I see. Well, this is quite tough. It sounds like a pretty prone to injury way of living. So may I ask, is there any hope for these people who suffer from epilepsy to lead a normal life like everybody else? Is there any cure that can make this condition eventually disappear completely, or? Well, while there isn't exactly a certain cure for epilepsy, it can be kept under control by medication, and there are surgical procedures to treat it, so most people can live a pretty normal life, yes. I'd say that 70% of the people who are medicated live a seizure-free life, and there are actually cases when it can pass by itself. I mean, it's estimated that more than 50 out of 100 people who has been diagnosed with epilepsy in an early childhood will actually outgrow it once they get older. Yeah.